The truth is, if we took human potential and put it on a line graph like this, and this at the top is abject laziness, 0% accomplished, and then all the way over here is the absolute possible limit of any amount that a human being could ever accomplish. Most of us sit somewhere at about here. And the reason that we love these movies that are so exciting is because the protagonist in a movie, and we're not talking about like superhero movies with supernatural abilities, we're just talking about like normal action movies with a really amazing character. That person probably sits somewhere about there. So we live our lives here, idolizing these ideals all the way over here. And probably the people in our lives that we think are the most fascinating, probably operating somewhere around here. So this is coolest people we know. This is coolest people in the movie. And if you actually ever met someone who could live on that cutting edge of pure possibility, you would definitely say that that totally appeared to be a superhero. I mean, you would actually question whether or not they actually had supernatural, magical abilities. But technically, that's possible. Very, very hard. But most of us live over here. And we live over here absolutely sad as we look at all these other people. And we see a whole bunch of people in our lives. And if you're like some people, you might sit there evaluating, you know, that person's over there. Oh, and look, Susie, she just got married and got a house and has 2 beautiful kids. She's like over there. And then like this person that you don't even think you're worthy to be in their presence more than once in a great while. They're all the way over here in the coolest people section. But you're all the way over here. And then, you know, some people in your life, the only people that make you feel better are the ones that are like right down there, like barely functioning or not functioning at all. Like substance abuse people, you know, in and out of, barely can't even take care of themselves at all. So you look over there and you say, oh, well, I'm doing better than them. But what the last video was about is stop worrying about all of this for a second as the actual where you are today. Like if someone would come and measure you based on your entire life and say, okay, you're right here. That might be super depressing and you don't want to face it, or maybe you think about it all the time and you just beat yourself down. Just forget all of that. Forget it. Just for a minute and tell yourself in imagination land that you're up here, or maybe you're all the way over here. Put yourself realistically, find the coolest movie protagonist, push yourself a little bit beyond them. If you start in that movie, you'd be even better than them. And then just tell yourself, I am that amazing. I'm a machine when it comes to getting stuff done. I'm a monster. I am killing this task. And tap into that childlike brain of yours. Tap in the part of yourself when you were 8 years old, when you would really imagine yourself being like in amazing places. And forget that you're an adult. Forget that you're supposed to be responsible. Forget that all of this sounds ridiculous and absurd. And literally tell yourself, I am a machine. I am a monster. I'm killing this task. And pick a task. And again, as I said in the last video, pick a task that's going to take you 30 minutes. You can go up to an hour. But just for the practice, try to do somewhere in there. And for that entire hour, just keep saying that. And just keep pushing yourself to be this person. Not the person that you're used to being. Not the people that you wish you were. But the most amazing person you can possibly be. And that will cause sweat. That will cause some elbow grease, some grimacing. That will cause some strain in your joints and muscles. Most of all, that will cause you to constantly think, I want to stop and go lay down on the couch and watch one of my favorite TV shows. But through that, forget all that. Just keep telling yourself, I am a machine, I'm a monster, I'm killing this task. Whatever you need to tell yourself, you make up your own phrase, the person you want to be. What do you want people to imagine? The ideal version of yourself? What would people say when they saw you? If you were all the way up here past the cool people, what would people say about you when they saw your life? They'd be like, that person is amazing. Person is inspiring. That person makes me hopeful about the world. I feel like that person is bringing life and goodness into the world. Imagine people talking about you that way. Now, don't worry about your whole life not stacking up to that. Just think for the next 30 minutes to an hour, I am going to be this. I'm going to live this. I'm going to act like this. You can act like this. Take all your energy meant for the whole day and pour it into those 30 minutes to an hour. Don't hold back. Don't give yourself a little bit of rest, a little bit of break. Push yourself really hard. Think of it as a workout. And whatever that task may be, whether it's cleaning a sink, cleaning a table, cleaning a garage, putting together a project, finishing your taxes, whatever that is, don't think about what you normally think. Oh gosh, I wish I wasn't doing this. I wish I was done already. I wish I was better at this. I wish I had the resources Susie has. I wish I had started this 6 months ago. Don't think about any of those. Just live in this moment and keep telling yourself that you are killing it. Honestly, for real, I'm not joking. Be a kid, act like a little kid, act like you're in pretend land. Have, little girls having their tea party with pretend tea that's just air, or little boys, running around the yard pretending they're superheroes. Be that 8-year-old child and seriously pretend you are this good. And keep telling yourself and keep pushing yourself and let the muscles burn and let the sweat come down. And after that 30 minutes to an hour, see how good you knock out that task. If somebody turned a camera on you at that moment and didn't know anything about the rest of your life, they would probably say, whoa, look at how that person works. Look at how that person does those things. Oh my goodness, I wish I was like that person. That person is filling me with good feelings. And what you're going to find is, say your normal life, you're used to being right about here, and you tried to push yourself to be this incredible person about here, and maybe you landed right there. Maybe you landed right here. Who knows where you landed? Somewhere. But it's a way huge difference from how you're used to being. And that might take up most of your energy for the day. It may take up most of your willpower. It may exhaust you. But it's only for 30 minutes to an hour. The rest of the day you can relax, you can go back down to this level of productivity. And what you're going to find is, after that half hour to an hour, when you collapse on the couch for real, because your project is finished, and you take a deep breath and you're covered in sweat, you're going to say, I feel really good. You actually will feel more motivation, you'll feel more energy coursing through you, and you may need a break, but you're going to remember this. You're going to think about this time often throughout the next week. And maybe you'll try it again in a week. I'm not even going to say you'll try it again the next day. Maybe you'll try it again in 1 week. But let's say you just did this 1 half hour to 1 hour once a week. Just once a week. That's one big task that you may have been afraid of, that you're suddenly knocked out. And that little bit of hope is going to make you feel just a tiny bit better. Your confidence level is going to move your overall life from here to here. And you're going to think about it all the time. You're going to think about that time where for half an hour to an hour, you were the superhero. You were the monster. And that confidence is going to actually push you a little bit more. And then just maybe, I'm not going to tell you what's going to happen next, but just maybe, instead of once a week, maybe you'll do this twice a week. Think about that. And then just doing it twice a week, you've suddenly pushed yourself from here to here to here. And then maybe 6 months from now, maybe a month from now, who knows? Maybe you'll do it 3 times a week, which is kind of like every other day. Just 1 half hour to an hour session every other day. And suddenly, you're starting to operate right here. And then certain things will start to open up in your world. The confidence will start to rise. Your health will improve. People will start to notice you're getting things done. And without you even trying, all kinds of resources and people will start coming around, and that will push you right to here without any effort. Who knows how far you can go? Who knows that these people over here didn't once start over there? Maybe they did. Maybe they just had better parenting. Maybe they just had a better life circumstance that already had them born at this level, so they didn't have to work for it. But don't worry about any of that. The point is, you're here, and you want to be here. And you can start by having these tiny little sessions that are super fun, that will make you super happy. And you don't have to worry about this big giant gap right here, right now. Just pretend you're the superhero for this half hour to an hour. I know it sounds like I'm repeating, but I really want everyone to try this. Seriously, it is fun. You will love it. Give it a shot. Trust me, it's super awesome. Have a great day, guys.